Hi, I'm Dr. Wendy Nickerson from the Nickerson Institute of Integrative Health Training. Thank you for being here. I'm here today with my co host, Ben Myers, and we are just delighted to present to you today John D. Cabanta. And John is from, better known as D. I will slip up and call you D, is from Manila in the Philippines, although he works globally as a certified mental health coach, integrated mental health coach. So, welcome, Dee.
Hi, everyone. John or D is fine.
Okay.
Specifically, I'm from Quezon City, Metro Manila.
Oh, okay. Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you.
Dee, it's so good to have you. And as Wendy said, you're working as an integrative mental health coach. And I know you've just taken on some really cool new clients, some really cool new adventures and journeys along this path you've been forging yourself. So tell me a little bit about your work history and what you're getting into right now.
Okay, so I've mostly done business and freelancing. So I was a member of the Philippine Canine Club Incorporated. I was an associate member and registered kettle owner. I was an English tutor for Japanese learners when it comes to English. I was a manager for cryptocurrency assets, an author for web serials, and recently I signed up to become a fitness and health coach for neurodivergent individuals.
That is so one diverse. So thinking of people looking for a coach, right? Someone who's done so much, and I identify with what you're going through is kind of a jack of all trades. And as you've kind of navigated that, what have you found has been beneficial in your current state of working with neurodivergent individuals in the mental health space?
It's listening and being patient. So sometimes people need clarification and explanation, and it helps a lot if you explain how exercises work, why certain foods are better, how diets work and whatnot. So it's not only for neurodivergent people, but really everyone. So I try to explain the principles behind the exercise and the nutrition so that they could do it on their own in the future.
And you are very much into physical fitness training and coaching in that arena too. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Okay. So my personal exercise is resistance training and jogging. Recently, it used to be walking. And for my clients, I have test clients now, and for them, it's mostly the same. I'm helping them create programs for the gym. I help them prepare for marathons. I help them create programs at home, things they could do with or without equipment. And along the way, I also coach them on the good foods to eat when you want to lose weight or build muscle.
Wow. It sounds like you are so gifted in so many knowledgeable areas. Absolutely. And, as anybody gets into integrative mental health coaching, usually they draw upon some of their own challenges, either physically or mentally. I know that's what I've drawn upon myself. And I'm just wondering if there's any of that in your background that you'd like to share.
Okay, so of course I had my own struggles. Specifically, I had trouble with motivation, depression, and even anxiety. I also had stage one hypertension just 2 years ago. So I didn't understand why I wasn't working as hard as I wanted to. I didn't understand why I lacked energy, but it was really exercise, nutrition, and the help from counselors and therapists who got me through. So yeah, I'm at a better place definitely, and it feels good. It feels good to move and eat well. That's what I'm gonna say.
So it sounds like you've taken your own experiences and you want to use them to help others. And I mean, that is so impactful because when a client knows that you've been there, that you truly understand, it takes on a whole different meaning. So congratulations for taking those challenges and just going in the direction where you can help others. I really, really commend you on that.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And with all of that experience, Dee, like you said, just being able to jump from being a kettle owner to now working through your own health struggles to helping other people, what drew you to becoming an integrative mental health coach and changing your career to this field?
So, other than my own coaches, counselors, and therapists, um, I wanted to be a good personal trainer. So, I didn't only want to work on physical health and food. I also wanted to help people actually find the motivation to do the exercises and to actually eat healthier foods. So I thought I'd go into integrative mental health coaching. I thought I'd be able to help clients find motivation pretty much. So, well, eventually, that is part of the training, definitely, helping clients find motivation. But I also learned a lot of things. I didn't realize that physical movement is so connected to mental health. I didn't realize that nutrition itself is connected to mental health, and um, it was mind-boggling how connected everything is, and like how one how physical health can benefit mental health, and vice versa.
And I've learned that through my journey. It's similar to yours, like we said. It's once I started to find a routine that worked for myself, that wasn't like everybody else's. It was talking to the right people like yourself that were able to help cater things to my personal interests, my personal needs, my personal mindset. Um, that's when I started to really see the improvements in my mental state, was when my physical health started to get on point, when I started to eat things that fueled my body a little bit more. So the work you're doing is so powerful, not just because of obviously the people you're helping, but you come from such a place of understanding because you yourself had to work through this. So people that are going through it, understanding like you're a safe place to land because you're not just someone who teaches this, you're somebody who lives it.
Some clients come with a lot of shame, especially if they're heavy. But when I show them my photo, it makes them feel a lot better. Makes them feel safe. Like before and after. Usually when people see that, sometimes they feel jealous. But I try to make it the opposite. Like I try to make them believe that it's fine. It's fine that they're heavy right now. It's okay.
That's so powerful.
So you allow them to accept what is while they're striving for or working towards what they want.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No, it isn't. You know, Dee, this explains so much with regards to your assignments and all of your recorded sessions, how integrative you were with nutrition and exercise and cognitive change, and you were really good at integrating it all. And now it all makes sense. I mean, I knew quite a bit about your background before, but I now that I know a bit more about your personal struggles, it makes sense as to why you're so good at integrating it all together. So thank you for sharing that.
It's something I try to focus on. Like when I notice that my client is feeling guilty, it's something we work on. Like there's there's no need to feel guilty if you missed a workout or two, or like ate your favorite ice cream or cakes. It's gonna be okay. It's
Yeah.
really the it's really the general habits you build that
Yes.
move you forward to reach your goals.
Right. So if you have a day or two where you fall off the wagon, you still have had 5 days that week where you were on the wagon.
Yes, and
Okay.
even just 5 minutes of working out is okay. It builds up.
Yes. 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 And so I'm curious as to how you would explain your niche clients.
So right now, my focus was weight loss. So I was 245 pounds just 2 years ago. And right now I am 45 pounds down. So that's usually how I market myself on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's when I draw them in, I make sure to mention that we're not gonna do any diet overhauls. We're just gonna build movement habits. You don't have to actually create a workout program to be healthy. Just integrating movement is already helpful. But I can make workout programs to for muscle building and other stuff.
Mhm.
So that's one. And two, usually people come to exercise just for health. You know, maybe they want to get rid of their hypertension. Maybe they want to get rid of the few pounds they gained. But movement can be pleasurable.
Yes.
Food can not only be healthy, it can also be delicious, and it could
Absolutely.
definitely improve your mood.
Yes, and especially movement in nature.
Oh yes, uh,
Move,
the
movement in
best
nature.
runs are done outside, not really inside.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I have a fun game question for you. I am wondering what you would recommend for clients that maybe have depression, anxiety, trauma, or are neurodivergent. Like what physical activities are
So,
most helpful for those people?
so for depression, it's gonna be multimodal exercise. So that means resistance training and cardio. So just the basic stuff you get from the gym.
Okay.
For anxiety, resistance exercise or training seems to work really well. When it comes to trauma, mind body exercises like Tai Chi and yoga seem to be really helpful. And when it comes to autism, it seems that martial arts is very helpful, especially when neurodivergent individuals need practice in getting their social skills up, just understanding people.
Yes. It's so interesting that there's even diversification in all of those different types of challenges. And I know that the answers you gave me are research based. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you just seem like you have so many skills, so much. I even want to say passion that comes with this because, like, once again, you've lived it. So, what traits are you possessing, do you think, that make you such a good integrative mental health coach?
Well, for one, I can understand at least somewhat where people come from. So that's an advantage of having a wide range of experiences. So when I recommend martial arts and even laugh about it, it's because I did it myself. Like I enjoyed martial arts, and yeah, I know how to listen. So listening, when people come to coaches, they usually expect to be commanded or be told what to do. But my style might be a bit different. We we work together to figure out what works for them. So they have a lot of freedom to choose what types of exercise they want. They can decline some exercises. They could choose not to eat some certain foods, and I'll help them figure out what works for them. Yeah,
And
and mhm.
and I just wanted to say, like, that is so powerful to have a coach that doesn't just bark orders or tell them I know best, I know what you need to do, because so many of us are going through things that are so personalized to us that, yes, maybe sometimes some generic things do work, but have someone like yourself who's able to listen, who's able to relate, who's able to understand that it's more of a unique design for somebody. And honestly, the what it sounds like your superpower is you're allowing your clients to take ownership of their plan and design it themselves, so they're the ones who, when it comes to the end of the day, can say I'm the one who created this, and they take ownership of it for long-term success. Does that sound kind of what you're doing?
That sounds right. So I try to give my clients a lot of power. So it's okay if they don't want to do an exercise. It's okay if we reduce some things. And after we've actually done that, they actually do a lot more. So they move more, they eat healthier. It's paradoxical. It's like we reduce some things, you'd expect that everything is already gone, but that's not the case. You reduce some things, but like the other stuff improves and they become healthier for it.
And one of the things I noticed, especially during all of the calls, the biweekly calls, the Zoom meetings that we had, was that you attended so many of those meetings and you contributed so much to the content of those meetings, even though it was like 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning. Right now, this is being filmed at 5 a.m. for D, just for listeners to know just how dedicated he is. But one of the things I noticed is also how creative he is, both in his assignments and just your ability to work around and problem solve. So that really stood out for me because that's an incredible trait. So I really appreciate that, D. So to further on that, I know that you're growing your own practice. I know that you already have clients in North America. And I'm wondering, how are you building your practice? Like, what strategies are you using to market and get out there, get people to know who you are?
So other than working for companies with their clients, I've been getting my own test clients. So I'm hoping that after they have a good experience with me, they leave me testimonials. And I'm hoping that they recommend me to their friends or their family. So it's gonna be mainly through word of mouth for me.
Yes.
Although I will make sure to like post on social media like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. I'm probably gonna do that because like it's 2024 now, so that's really just how things are done. So yeah, and we'll see how it goes.
Well, I think those strategies are all appropriate. I mean, social media definitely is the way to go, and word of mouth also. So you've got some good plans. And do you have a website, Dee, yet?
Oh yes, so it hasn't been built yet, but you could actually go to it already. So it's theleisurelytrainer.com. Theleisurelytrainer.com.
TheLeisurelyTrainer.com.
I love that. That's super catchy, and I think it tells a story, because it's one of those things where some people look for the fitness trainers who are all go, 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 go. And some people want just to be able to relate to their trainer, want to understand once again that you've gone through it. You've lived the lifestyle, and now you've also found your unique way to get through it. And having somebody say like, hey, you can do this while still enjoying your favorite foods. You can enjoy this by still just getting out into nature more, doing a little bit more movement. That's so powerful. I love that your name is the Leisurely Trainer. That is very cool. And as we wrap up here, where is the best place for people to find you? Like I said, I know your website's under construction, but if people were looking to work with you and find a little bit more information about you, where can they find you, D?
So they could look up the Leisurely Trainer on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or TikTok. So I haven't posted much. I haven't posted anything yet, actually. But if they message me there, they can expect a reply.
Awesome. D, it has been so powerful getting to know you, or I should say, it's been so great getting to know you just because of your powerful mission and purpose. And I know I certainly can relate to the mission that you're out setting because I was a person looking for somebody like you. I was a person that could really have benefited from the person you are and the help you're putting out there. So I always just want to say thank you for the work you're doing because you're impacting the world and making such a positive ripple in it.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
And I want to do the same, Dee, also. because I've watched you grow through the program, and I've watched you get more clarity on all of the things that you want to do. So I'm so glad you're part of the Nickerson Institute, and I feel very blessed for that. And thank you for taking the time today to share more about you and your insights.
I feel lucky to have been part of the Nickerson Institute. I enjoyed my time there.
I know you did. I know you did. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining us on the Nickerson Institute podcast, and we'll catch you on the next one. Dee, thank you for all you're doing, and we'll see you later, okay?
Bye bye for now.